State of the Union with John King, CNN Sunday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern.
Joining us now from Albany is Governor David Paterson, the Democratic governor of New York. Governor, a bold step you have made in saying it is time for your state, New York State, to legalize same-sex marriage. You say this is a civil rights issue, an equal rights issue. It is an issue on which, as you are aware, the President of the United States disagrees with you. Let's listen to President Obama.
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. Now, for me as a Christian, For me as a Christian, it's also a sacred union.
Governor, why is your friend and fellow Democrat, the president, wrong?
Well, I think the president has acknowledged that there are several ways in which a civil union between same-sex couples does not accomplish the protections that marriage would. We have an Empire State Pride agenda in New York. It's one of the lobbying groups for marriage equality, and they have pointed out that there are 1,324 protections that you don't have if you're living with someone and you're not married. If they get sick and they're in the hospital, you can't make medical decisions for them. You may not even be able to visit them. So I think that people of religious beliefs, many, feel that the sacred relationship between a man and woman is the only threshold for marriage, and I respect that point of view. However, we are living in a society of civil law. We separate church and state. And I don't understand why people who profess equal love to what those of us who are heterosexual engage in when we get married, why they aren't allowed to do the same thing. And that's why I introduced the bill.
It's a tough sell, as you know. You have the votes in the New York Assembly where the bill has passed before. The bigger challenge is in the New York State Senate, where you could use all the Democrats, but one of those Democrats questioned the timing of when you did this. He doesn't like the policy, but he also questioned Senator Ruben Diaz did the timing. He said you did this, quote, when the Jews just finished their Holy Week, the Catholics just received the new Archbishop, the evangelical Christians just celebrated Good Friday and Resurrection. He, meaning you, Governor, comes out to do this at this time. It's a challenge the governor is sending to every religious person in New York, and the time for us has come to accept the challenge. And of course, Senator Diaz means in accepting the challenge to fight you. Would it have been smarter politically to either go a week earlier or wait a week later?
I think that we are not trying to in any way disrespect anyone's religious belief, and we're not trying to in any way make other people believe what we believe about the validity of same-sex marriage. We're trying to get them to accept that in our society that the laws should protect people equally. And the religious doctrine that is being imposed right now is the same that was introduced against slavery. And I don't think there would have been any time that some people who hold that doctrine would have thought was appropriate to introduce this legislation. We introduced this legislation not out of disrespect, but really out of respect for the many, many people of same sexes who are denied the privilege not only of being married, but as I said before, the contractual protections that marriage offers. I apologize if in any way this distracted from anyone's religious observance, but I hope that I don't have to apologize to those who would like to be married who are of the same sex if we can't pass this legislation as soon as possible.